oh, this guy has actually written this. The way the character drops is amazing. They don't have that attention span because you just scroll the reels 30 seconds, your attention span is over. So, to start with, this is the book, okay, The Tree of Three, we are talking about, written by Ashish. I started reading this because Ashish is a friend of mine. I know him through a community, the Art Flow movement, and we were together there reading, writing stories. Yeah, so that's about him. So let's get back to the book. This book has three acts, so as to say. So the first, when you read, it is like a Mills and Boone story. I don't know if this generation knows about Mills and Boons, but it was a typical love story kind of books. Yeah, so the first act is that. So you feel very nice, the love story, everything, wow, wow. Then act two comes. And then starts the real story, wherein it's like there is this punching bag and the glove, and the glove keeps coming out from all the sides. You don't know where it comes out from. So the second act is that. So you just get punched from all the sides in the second act. And then comes the third act where it is all coming together, and everybody else's perspective also. But this is just in short to tell you about the book. What I felt was exactly this. The first was like a very romantic, nice part. The second was like completely, it's like a roller coaster ride, and get tired at the end. You feel exhausted reading, and then comes the third part. But at the end of the third part, I felt there was another punch coming from somewhere. I was waiting for it. So I want the readers to read and also comment whether they felt the same thing. So, to tell about myself, I think at some point in life, you need to update yourself. So, I think this is my point in life where I am updating myself with the newer generation that has come in. So, and okay, there are certain things which I feel, why are they doing this? But then there are times when I feel, wow, this is nice. So, I should take it from them. So, yeah, so So, what I felt, that I can tell what I felt reading the book. So, this book has everything. So, sometimes I feel it is like a masala South Indian movie. Like it has everything, whatever you want. It has love, it has deceit, it has friendship, it has care. Yeah, it has different incidents in life which you would not want your life to have those incidents. And then there is genuine friendship, then there is genuine hate, and so it has everything. So just read it and enjoy it, and hope that tomorrow this book comes out as a movie too, because it has all the ingredients for a good movie also. Uh, the author I like is Robin Cook. So he writes medical scams. So I have almost read all of his books. So it's basically some disease that strikes a hospital, and then the scam arises out of it. So that is my favorite author. And I usually like thriller stories more, and with Ashish, uh, or authors whom I know personally, uh, there are times when you feel, oh, this guy has actually written this. How could he even think of this? Because you know that person as a person, uh, but certain things coming out of that person is like a shock sometimes, a pleasant surprise also sometimes. And then you want, like for example, with Ashish, I know Ashish writes a particular way. So I am expecting the book to be in that way, but then it is completely different, and then you feel, oh my god, he can write like this also. So this is what I felt when I read this book, because I have read his earlier book, or the story which he had written earlier, and so somewhere I was expecting the same thing from him, but this book is like completely different. So that's a very good thing. So this is what I felt, that an author should be versatile. He should be able to write about different things. He should be able to write about different rasas, we say. We usually have those seven rasas. So the rasas are like the sadness, happiness, all those different rasas are there. So I think you should be able to write about everything as an author. So this book is completely different than what he has written earlier. So I'm very happy for that, and I'm very happy for him also. Yeah, there are a lot of themes that have been explored in the book, and the themes, a few themes are very different. Few are the same, what has been explored earlier. But what I liked about it is, for example, domestic violence. But everybody takes that violence in a very different way. So how one person would take it and react to it, so that reaction within the story, within the characters, the reaction of two people is so different. So that is what I liked about it, because as humans, one thing can affect every person very differently. So that is a very human part. So that human part, it is important to show. So this is what I feel. So that is what Ashish has been able to do, that one incident affects different people differently. So that is a very good thing that I thought he has done. And other thing I like the character graphs. So I'll not give the names. There is one person, apart from the main characters, I have just loved his character graph. And the character graph can go from good to bad or bad to good. It doesn't matter. But the way the character drops is amazing. I mean, you will not imagine that this character would go in that direction. So that is the best part of the story for me. Length doesn't matter, because you're so engrossed in the story that actually the length doesn't matter. So everything is needed for the plot, it is there. And so I think it is okay. Length is not a problem for me, at least. It was good. Yeah, very interesting question. What I think about female friendships is, at one point of time, maybe in the growing up years, girls and boys are very good friends. This is what I feel. They can gel very well. But after a point of time, you need your girl gang in your life to you can just share anything with them. So yes, you need your girl gang, and they are your support system, maybe after a point of time in life. So yeah, that is what I think about female friendships in general. And but in the book, I'm sorry to say, but I like the friendship between the boy and the girl more than the two girls. Within the main characters, the boy and the girl's friendship is much better. It is very nuanced. It is not over the top, but that silent understanding, that is what is important for me. So I liked the male and female friendship better than the girl friendship in the book. Maybe it's a very different take, but yeah, this is what I felt reading the book. Can have a very different answer to this. I feel men can write women really well, because maybe they have, or the other way around, because we have observed the other person so well that I think people can write pretty well. So I don't think a woman would have written the friendship any different than what Ashish has written. So yeah. I don't think it will perish, because I believe in the circle of life. So whatever goes, it has to come back. So maybe at a point of time, like I think with the social media, reading has reduced a lot because people don't have time. They don't have that attention span because you just scroll the reels 30 seconds, your attention span is over. Reading takes a lot of patience also, so that patience is not there. But I think a point will come again in life that people will go back to reading books. So yeah, I think people should keep writing books and keep publishing it. The first part is Mills and Bones, right? I already told you. It's a love story in the start. So I think everybody loves to read a love story. A nice, cute love story is always refreshing to read. So I think that makes up for that, you know, conflict in the later part. So I don't think it affects so much. Right now, no. But maybe once he's grown up a little bit more, I think he can read it. It isn't so much of explicit, it's not such an explicit book where, things are mentioned so much. But yes, right now, no. What I feel nowadays is earlier we just had a lot of foreign authors whom we used to read, but slowly, with a lot of Indian authors coming, uh, I mean, I've started reading a lot of Indian authors also, like Amish Tripathi, and these are these Chetan Bhagat and all those. So we already have a body of work with Indian people writing English. I'm sure our English is different than the foreign authors that we read. Um but I feel uh, we are doing a pretty good job. So, and with Ashish, I think he has this thing of writing similes, comparing this with that, that with that, he keeps doing that. So, I just love that form of writing, So, yeah, that is there. And otherwise, the language is very simple because what happens is if you try and write a very difficult English, then people get bored with it. The general mass should understand the book. That is what I feel. If you're writing in English, you write in such an English that everybody understands it. Because our the people who are reading would be Indian, maximum of them. Yeah. So yeah, I think you can reread it, not immediately maybe, but after a few years, because I usually read thrillers, but after a point of time, you tend to forget the earlier ones that you have read. Once you start reading, you know what is going to happen, but still it's good to read again. Peop- People who with Ashish, I know this interview is going to be there everywhere. But anyways, whoever finds it, I want you to read the book and tell me what do you feel at the end of the book.